Buongiorno a tutti, io sono Massimo Rocco, rappresentante di un'avventura straordinaria italiana che mira a varcare i confini nazionali e proporsi anche come buona pratica per tutto il mondo, per tutta l'Europa. L'avventura è Libera Terra, non può non nascere nel nostro racconto immaginando di analizzare quello che è stato uno dei maggiori mali italiani per i quali gli italiani, che sono assolutamente brava gente, prova ancora un profondo senso di vergogna e di rabbia. Sto parlando del potere criminale mafioso che per troppo tempo ha contraddistinto i nostri territori, soprattutto le regioni meridionali dalle quali provengono la maggior parte dei capiclan, comunque gli esponenti più criminali delle mafie in genere. Nel corso degli anni la storia è cambiata, si sta voltando davvero pagina. Con l'intervento di oggi vi dimostrerò come un'impresa sociale e tramite forme di agricoltura biologica possa dar molto fastidio ai mafiosi e possa rappresentare delle forme di economia giusta e pulita in netta contrapposizione con i sistemi economico-criminali delle mafie. Noi italiani quindi siamo stati in un certo senso famosi per aver esportato metodologie e metodi mafiosi. Noi stiamo cercando di realizzare con il raggiungimento degli obiettivi delle mission dei nostri progetti che possiamo invece esportare metodi sani e che possono essere delle forme di vera antimafia sociale e vero sviluppo economico per i nostri territori. Il progetto Libera Terra nasce grazie all'impegno dell'Associazione Libera, Associazioni Nomi e Numeri contro le Mafie, che nasce nel 1995 e già a partire dai primi mesi del 1996, tramite l'approvazione in Parlamento di una legge, la legge 109 del 96, dedica il proprio impegno come primo obiettivo raggiunto a colmare un vuoto legislativo che ancora c'era all'interno della nostra legislazione, ovvero quello di immaginare delle forme di riutilizzo sociale di beni confiscati. Immaginate che ci sono tantissime proprietà, veri e propri patrimoni dei mafiosi che possono essere sequestrati e confiscati, ma nella gran parte delle occasioni purtroppo le loro proprietà restano in stato di abbandono, perché non c'erano fino a prima del 1996 delle forme di riappropriazione da parte della comunità dei patrimoni sequestrati e confiscati agli esponenti della criminalità organizzata italiana. Grazie all'impegno di Libera si arriva all'approvazione di quella legge, che è il primo passo per poi immaginare che alcune tipologie di beni sequestrati e confiscati potessero invece essere concesse in gestione anche ad una specifica forma di impresa. Non solo un riuso dei beni confiscati destinati alla gestione diretta dei beni degli enti pubblici per lo svolgimento di azioni a favore della collettività e delle comunità, ma anche alcune tipologie di beni sequestrati o confiscati che possono essere invece gestiti direttamente da una forma di impresa specifica, che è la cooperativa sociale. Noi siamo il progetto Libera Terra, che nasce nel 2001. Scusatemi, ma credo che con il dispositivo che ho in utilizzo non riesco a condividere lo schermo per presentarvi.
I will do it then. Lo faccio io.
Grazie, grazie. Il percorso di Libera Terra quindi nasce nel 2001, negli anni intercorsi tra il 96 e il 2001 ci sono state delle sperimentazioni che hanno portato poi ad immaginare quale potesse essere il percorso anche più democratico possibile per dar vita a cooperative sociali che potessero gestire dei beni confiscati. Grazie mille, Erbenute. Come vedete, la regione maggiormente coinvolta, che per prima è stato lo scenario della costituzione della prima cooperativa, i primi passi che sono stati mossi per la nascita del progetto Liberaterra, avviene in provincia di Palermo, proprio in alcuni dei luoghi, dei paesi più tristemente famosi per aver dato i natali ad alcuni esponenti della criminalità organizzata, con la costituzione della cooperativa Placido Rizzotto Liberaterra. Molto spesso le nostre cooperative sono dedicate alla memoria di vittime innocenti che le mafie hanno provocato nel nostro paese, nei nostri territori. Un'altra parte importante dell'impegno dell'Associazione Libera va proprio nella direzione della memoria, che è uno dei pilastri anche dei nostri progetti, insieme alla qualità dei prodotti e alla sostenibilità delle nostre imprese, e quindi non a caso molto spesso le cooperative di cui noi siamo i protagonisti hanno proprio nella loro ragione sociale una dedica speciale ad una vittima innocente che le mafie hanno provocato nel nostro territorio. Nel primo caso, il primo progetto del 2001 era Placido Rizzotto, che era un sindacalista siciliano che venne ammazzato negli anni 40 dello scorso decennio. Come vedremo nella slide successiva, ci sono tante altre cooperative che nel frattempo si sono aggiunte, anche in regioni diverse da quella iniziale, ovvero la Sicilia, e ad oggi ci sono 9 cooperative, 9 progetti che arrivati a costituzione, arrivati a compimento, e l'aspetto democratico dell'incipit dei progetti che portano alla costituzione della cooperativa è rappresentato dal fatto che le compagini sociali delle cooperative iniziali, almeno, vengono selezionate, vengono composte con la partecipazione volontaria di tutti a dei bandi pubblici aperti a tutti, e una commissione specifica poi seleziona i soci iniziali delle compagini sociali delle nostre cooperative. Poi ovviamente nel corso del tempo le cooperative acquisiscono anche ulteriori soci, sviluppando
enhance the number of members of their members, diversify their activities, but by the way, the starting point is based on democracy as a value, and everybody has the opportunity to be involved in these projects. And nowadays, these cooperatives are located in 4 regions of the south of Italy. Those are the same regions in which you can find the most important number of assets that have been confiscated to the mafias. So as you can see, we have cooperatives in Sicily, Apulia, for example, in the Campania region, with the cooperative Letter.
Scusi, posso chiedere cortesemente di parlare un po' più lentamente, perché abbiamo un relever su diverse lingue, come hai visto.
Sì, ho visto il messaggio visualizzato, cercherò di parlare ulteriormente più chiaro, grazie a lei. Quello che bisogna approfondire è l'essenza che sta dietro la nascita di questo progetto, la costituzione delle cooperative, e che caratterizza lo svolgimento delle attività e l'amministrazione di queste cooperative. Vi ho parlato, vi ho accennato a 3 pilastri fondamentali che animano Liberaterra, che sono qualità, sostenibilità e memoria. Possono essere fonte di opportunità lavorative e fonte di opportunità anche imprenditoriali, non solo con il coinvolgimento di altre imprese, ma anche partecipando attivamente e dando un contributo ormai autorevole in termini di esperienza messa a disposizione per il territorio e per gli altri, per lo sviluppo del mondo cooperativo. Considerate che ci sono tante zone d'Italia in cui è massiccia la presenza di forme di impresa cooperative, e altre, una delle quali, quella dalla quale provengo, quindi dalla Campania, dalla provincia di Caserta, in cui il fare impresa in termini cooperativi non è molto diffuso. E quindi un ulteriore elemento che distingue, caratterizza e dà importanza e visibilità alle attività della cooperativa che io rappresento personalmente in provincia di Caserta, nella regione Campania. E quindi è importante non solo dare un'immagine di autorevolezza e di solidità della nostra impresa, ma anche mettere a disposizione i risultati, gli obiettivi raggiunti nel nostro percorso affinché possano essere segni per immaginare ulteriori forme di impresa cooperativa che possano gestire beni confiscati, ovvero possono svolgere altro tipo di attività partendo da altri scenari. Ma soprattutto il coinvolgimento delle persone, le opportunità di lavoro che possiamo creare tramite lo svolgimento delle nostre attività riservate in percentuale, ma direi in larga parte, anche a persone fragili e quindi soggetti, cosiddetti soggetti svantaggiati. Legato al discorso dell'isola felice nel deserto, inevitabilmente c'è, per quello che vi dicevo, lo capirete facilmente, un rischio di restare isolati. Progetti come quello di Libera Terra devono essere raccontati a più persone possibili, nei territori in cui insistono le nostre cooperative, perché dobbiamo far capire veramente che siamo capaci oggi, dopo tanti anni di battaglie, di violenze, di omicidi, di deturpati della bellezza e della civiltà delle nostre persone e dei nostri luoghi, che Libera Terra può veramente essere un'alternativa economica e sociale. Ed è questo che deve far diventare non le nostre sedi, i beni che gestiamo, dei posti isolati, ma dei luoghi di confronto, dei luoghi di incontro tra tutta la vera società civile e responsabile del nostro paese. Quindi, per l'ultimo esempio, non facciamo semplicemente assistenza, ma noi siamo una realtà di impresa che deve dimostrare in tutto quello che fa la vera sostenibilità dal punto di vista economico e sociale, lo abbiamo già detto, ma anche dal punto di vista ambientale, che è importante, soprattutto nella terra da cui provengo io, che spesso ci sono stati comunque dei reati legati al mancato rispetto delle regole di tutela ambientale, che si immaginino delle possibilità per identificarsi, avere dei segni distintivi nello svolgimento delle proprie attività, che passi anche per interventi che possono avere una grossa e impegnativa valenza dal punto di vista della tutela ambientale. Possiamo andare avanti con le slide. La successiva riguarda il soggetto fondamentale che coordina ed è il punto di riferimento per le nostre cooperative, che è il Libera Terra Mediterraneo, che è un consorzio che è nato proprio che vede tra i propri soci le cooperative stesse Libera Terra e altri soggetti che trasmettono, partecipano dal punto di vista economico in alcuni casi e comunque trasmettono tanto alle cooperative e al consorzio in termini di competenze, di autorevolezza, in termini di esperienza delle pratiche e delle attività che svolgono le cooperative, in quanto portano appunto la loro esperienza e le loro competenze, che agiscono già in ambito alimentare, in ambito biologico e più in generale in ambito etico, ovvero anche con esperienze già di cooperazione sociale già affermate in precedenza. Se diamo un'occhiata velocemente alla slide successiva, c'è una descrizione di alcuni dei prodotti che le cooperative Libera Terra realizzano. Siamo molto orgogliosi della qualità di questi prodotti, quasi completamente tutti certificati biologici, hanno raggiunto in un percorso che è durato molto di perfezionamento e di affinamento delle qualità, dei metodi di produzione dei terreni e dei metodi di trasformazione delle materie prime che portano alla realizzazione di tutti i prodotti alimentari che vedete. Ed è anche un orgoglio, perché fare del cibo è emozionante, sapere che dai il tuo contributo per poter dare un messaggio di felicità, di soddisfazione per tante persone, che i nostri prodotti possano, i frutti del nostro lavoro possano arrivare sulle tavole di tantissime persone, è una responsabilità enorme, ma è anche uno stimolo nel fare sempre meglio. E un progetto come il nostro, che va nella direzione della produzione di alimenti e che tenga presente come maggiore dei pilastri, il primo dei pilastri, quello della qualità dei prodotti, ci impone di fare sempre di più ogni giorno del nostro meglio per arrivare alla miglior qualità possibile dei prodotti. E questo è importante se lo guardiamo in quest'ottica. Il progetto Libera Terra nasce da con una fortissima valenza etico-sociale, passa tramite produzione di cibo e di prodotti alimentari. Quei prodotti alimentari devono esprimere l'essenza del principio fondamentale della nascita del progetto Libera Terra. Nasce da una fortissima valenza etico-sociale, quindi quei prodotti non possono permettersi di non avere una qualità pari alla enorme qualità sociale del progetto in generale. Il coinvolgimento delle persone passa anche tramite, passiamo all'ultima slide, passa anche tramite la gestione di alcune delle sedi, di alcuni dei beni confiscati che sono assegnati alle nostre cooperative, che possano diventare un luogo di incontro. C'era un'ultima slide. Ok, grazie. Sì, quella, esatto, grazie. Dicevo che le sedi delle cooperative, oltre ad essere per lo più legate allo svolgimento delle attività di agricoltura biologica e in alcuni casi, produzione di quel cibo, di quei prodotti che avete visto nella slide precedente, possono essere, e devono essere, per quello che vi ho raccontato, anche dei luoghi di incontro, dei luoghi non solo simbolici di riscatto culturale, sociale ed economico, ma dei luoghi di incontro nei quali si può anche organizzare uno svolgimento di un servizio di accoglienza, quale quello che svolgono ad esempio questi due agriturismi in Sicilia, ma comunque in generale tutto quello che noi siamo riusciti a riportare in vita tramite la gestione degli ettari di terreno, tramite la ristrutturazione dei fabbricati che diventano i nostri luoghi di lavoro, sono dei luoghi assolutamente aperti, in cui con massima trasparenza si svolgono attività di coinvolgimento di tante persone sane, desiderose di capire i principi e i valori che un progetto come il nostro può rappresentare, e che spesso appunto vengono a trovarci per partecipare, seppur soltanto con una visita, ad allo sviluppo delle attività delle nostre cooperative e al lustro e al prestigio del progetto Libera Terra. Io vi ringrazio e resto a disposizione ancora in collegamento per qualche minuto in caso di necessità di approfondimenti, domande o curiosità. E grazie davvero ancora.
Thank you very much, Massimo. And I think one important point is that you really showed that actually organic can mean, or you extended a bit the concept of organic agriculture, organic farming, because in this case, and also other cases we will see, like the one of Nos Oignons, it really shows that it can and should mean different actually elements integrating the social elements, integrating environmental elements, cultural aspects as well, participation. So with this kind of initiatives and the social economy, I think in general, organic agriculture, if we speak about it like this, really has still very extended meaning, different meaning, and is sometimes just the expression of the underlying philosophy and concepts, really holistic concept of local development, human development. Thank you very much, Massimo. Are there any questions or comments the other participants would like to make? There is one person. Now I have problems to see who it is. Please just switch on your video.
It's me, it's Luigi Martini.
Okay.
I have a question to our speaker. I assume, I know actually that Libera Terra is not selling products only in those regions you have been underpinning. I mean, you are selling all over Italy and also Europe in part. But my question is, what kind of means do you use? What kind of channels you use in order to deliver and to sell Libera Terra products? I translate also in Italian if you want, or it's fine.
I understand, I hope. Rispondo in italiano, ovviamente. I prodotti Libera Terra sono diffusi ormai dovunque, in vari canali commerciali. Si è partiti da anni fa, ovviamente, da circuiti molto più vicini per ragioni etico-sociali, per poi invece arrivare a circuiti commerciali che apprezzano innanzitutto la qualità dei prodotti, le caratteristiche organolettiche specifiche che ognuno dei prodotti del paniere Libera Terra può esprimere, e le regioni di provenienza delle cooperative e dei nostri prodotti sono, ai noi, proprio le regioni nei quali c'è minor diffusione dei nostri prodotti. Questo è un aspetto che non ci rende entusiasti, però significa che il nostro percorso è ancora molto, molto lungo, arduo e dobbiamo ancora raggiungere molti degli obiettivi che ci siamo dati. Per tutto ciò che riguarda l'esportazione, se ho capito bene, dei prodotti e la possibilità di trovarli al di fuori al di fuori dell'Italia, io non le so dare risposte precise perché non mi occupo specificamente di commerciale per quanto riguarda i prodotti. La invito magari anche tramite il contatto con cui abbiamo preso accordi per l'appuntamento di oggi, che è una persona del consorzio Libera Terra Mediterraneo, di approfondire il discorso e mettervi a disposizione in un secondo momento magari il personale dell'area commerciale del consorzio, che possa dare tutte le informazioni di cui avete bisogno.
Thank you very much for your answer. Actually, one point you have been underlining, I think it's very important for SOECLOSE. Helmut, if you allow, I would like to make this kind of comment. You said it's very difficult to sell in the same regions. So in this case, the short circuit won't work. I mean, you need to sell outside in order to continue the promotion of Libera Terra productions. So we have to keep also this in mind, that sometimes you need to go outside. You cannot stay, you cannot have your market only in your region. I think this is very important contribution. Thank you very much for this.
Thanks.
Thank you, Luigi and Massimo. Any other questions? Please just note that you are be aware that you can talk in your language. If this is an obstacle, maybe for some, you can talk in Portuguese, Spain.
I see that there is a question in the question and answer. I don't know if Flore Blondeau would like to take the floor directly. Otherwise, we can read. The question is if there are local consumers or local citizens among the members of the cooperatives. But I think you already said that. Please.
Scusate, Mute, se era rivolta a me non ho capito tutto.
Se... La domanda sì, era per lei.
The question is, are there some local consumers or citizens, local citizens among the members of the cooperatives, I presume, or is it just workers? Probably that's the question. Are there also locals that are potential consumers or citizens, other citizens?
Se ho ben capito, la diffusione dei prodotti, se è locale o va al di là dei territori?
No, più precisa la domanda, chiede se gli operatori delle cooperative sono locali e anche se sono i lavoratori e anche se ci sono consumatori locali coinvolti nelle cooperative.
Ok, i nostri soci e dipendenti, quindi protagonisti dello svolgimento delle attività, sono tutte persone dei luoghi. Ovviamente ogni cooperativa si rivolgendosi alle comunità di riferimento, cerca di selezionare nuovi dipendenti, nuove maestranze, nuovi operai agricoli e tutto quello che è necessario nei luoghi maggiormente più prossimi ai terreni o ai luoghi di svolgimento di lavoro delle proprie attività. E il bacino d'utenza che possono creare le cooperative tramite le compagini sociali, quindi i protagonisti dei soci e i lavoratori che riesce a coinvolgere ogni cooperativa, ovviamente non può che essere un bacino d'utenza estremamente limitato, per quello che possiamo realizzare direttamente diffondendo la possibilità di acquisto dei nostri prodotti. E tanti altri fattori vanno ad incidere, soprattutto la densità o meno. Nel nostro caso non c'è veramente molta possibilità in Campania di avere delle persone disposte comunque a rivendere i nostri prodotti a marchio, indipendentemente dalla provenienza e dalla tipologia, all'interno del nostro territorio. Accade un po' meglio probabilmente in Sicilia, ma nelle altre regioni che sono i territori di riferimento delle nostre cooperative è ancora limitata la diffusione commerciale dei frutti del lavoro delle nostre cooperative. E noi immaginiamo, ad esempio, di metterci nelle possibilità di poter avere un punto vendita tutto nostro. E noi abbiamo come core business la mozzarella di bufala campana, come cooperativa, le terre di Don Pepperiana, Libera Terra, e immaginiamo che possa essere in coerenza con lo sviluppo e la crescita dell'attività principale della nostra cooperativa, è il momento di immaginare di esporsi ulteriormente al territorio in termini di visibilità e di affermazione della nostra impresa, con la nascita magari di un punto vendita all'interno di una zona estremamente commerciale, di passaggio, molto più visibile della sede della cooperativa, che invece è in aperta campagna. Quindi se siamo bravi a fare quello che siamo chiamati a fare, e quindi a procedere in una situazione di sostenibilità, di crescita graduale, progressiva e sostenibile, dobbiamo porci il problema di immaginare degli obiettivi anche abbastanza ambiziosi per poter essere ulteriormente presenti, per affermarci di più e per acquisire una ulteriore autorevolezza in ognuno dei territori che sono scenario delle nostre cooperative.
Thank you, Massimo. I think if there are no other questions, there will be an opportunity to contact you also by email, maybe, or if you have any other questions that come up maybe in your mind later.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Annick, working actually for the association Nos Oignons. So it's a non-profit organization that started around 10 years ago. And the main goal of the association is to create a win-win situation between the farmers and people suffering from psychological difficulties. So therefore, we propose different kind of possibilities. So we have collective experiences and also individual. And so I'm the one working on the workshops, on the collective workshops. So I can talk also a little bit about individual, but the idea of individual experience is that the farmer is hosting one people at a time. And so just show you. So we are also the co-author of 3 projects co-funded by the European Agriculture Fund for Rural Development. And so it's always a mix between Nos Oignons and an existing company. So it can be a CPAS, it can be a mental health institution. And so these projects, one of these already closed in 2019, for example, but the 2 others, Vache and Bourrache and Entremaux Nos Oignons, are still active. Oh, sorry. And so for this individual experience, yeah, the idea is that people are really connected with the farmer, that they are going half a day or one day, taking time with the farmer and helping the farmer. And with the collective workshops, for the moment, we have 4 places, 2 in Brussels and 2 in Wallonia. So these are the green spots on the map. So in Brussels, we work with Champ de Chaudron and the urban farm of Nederoverenbeek. And the way we work with the farmers is a little bit different than in Wallonia. So in Brussels, it's the idea that a group of people, it's between 4 or 5 people up to 10 or 12 people, go all day long helping the farmer. And in this way of working, the farmer is also receive also a retribution, because we consider that for the farmer, it's also a work to host this group. Because we need to manage the task that they are doing. We're spending time for lunch. So it's really this win-win situation, because the farmer gets a little money, he gets some help, And for the people who are coming, they really, well, I will go on the benefits after that, but it's this win-win situation. In Wallonia, we work with 2 farms in La Ferme de la Distillerie in Boucheval and Le Jardin des Saules. And there, the exchange is a little bit different because in Wallonia, we also have more space. In Brussels, you know, the land is very small to cultivate. So in Wallonia, the deal is that in the morning, we are coming with the group of Nos Oignons, helping the farmer. And in the afternoon, actually, this farmer gives us a piece of land where we can grow our own vegetables and create the own garden of Nos Oignons. So that's the deal. The farmer receives also a very little contribution for the morning, but it's nothing compared to the one in Brussels. So it's really an exchange of helping in the morning and receiving a piece of land for the afternoon. So just some numbers. So for the collective workshops, we have around 90 registrations. That means that 90 people are that subscribe to Nos Oignons activities, and that's around 30 people a week on the different spots in Wallonia. So some farms we go once a week, some farms we go twice a week, and so in total, all these workshops in 1 week, there are around 32 people that are joining these places. In Brussels, it's in Brussels and Wallonia together. And for the individual experience, we are working with around 45 farms at the moment, so it's quite a lot. And this can be 1,000 participants and 142 people that are going every week. So let's talk about the benefits for the stakeholders. Why are we doing it and why they feel better with that? So for the farmers, it's also a way to make new encounters, to create local bonds, to support, to enhance the farmers, because you receive the help. So for some farmers, it's really a good help to have sometimes 10 people helping during half a day. It's also diversify farmers' activities. So sometimes the farmers are quite alone in their work, and yeah, the fact that they add this social aspect to their farm business actually is really positive for them too. Another benefit is that they are able to share the passion and the know-how, because most of the people who come help the farmers, they also want to know more about the way they are farming. So that's also positive. And of course, it's improved the image of the agriculture. For the volunteers, there are a lot of benefits, but I just cited a few ones. So all the contact aspects, because these people most of the people that are coming are quite isolated. You know, when you have psychological problems, it's not always easy to integrate yourself in the normal social life. And so this place of Nos Oignons is a place where some people can really come and be accepted for who they are without any judgment. And it creates new contacts with the farmer, with the people. So that's a really positive and big point, actually. It's also an activity that they can do in a non-institutional context. Because yes, if you're only contact with the social life, it's your psychiater, it's a possibility to do something else. For these people, it regain autonomy, because they have to be a little bit disciplined, to come every week, to come by yourself with the public transport. So this also creates this autonomy again. They feel useful because they do something useful. They regain in self-confidence, and it gave them a rhythm of life. because for some people it's important. If you have nothing all your week, you feel a bit empty, and if you know every Wednesday you go to the farm, it creates this positive impact too. It also has a lot of benefits for the social or health institution because they can diversify their offer. Oh, I see there is a bug here. It's not the right words. So yeah, they can diversify the offer to propose something outside the institution, so that they cannot propose inside. I can just check why. Yeah, and also promote the inclusion in the community and destigmatize. That's the main job. A few benefits for the community in general. I already talked a little bit about it. The economic benefits, because the farmer also receive a little contribution, and also well, we don't have really exact numbers about that, and we really would like to have them, but we are really convinced that it reduced the care cost for the patients. It's quite logical. If you feel better, you need less help. So that's a really economic positive benefit. The valorization of existing infrastructures and help small complementary difference in the income for the farmers. It also had benefits for the environment, for the planet, the climate. It's encouraged environmentally friendly agriculture practices, and a means of helping them to rebuild links with their neighborhoods and food consumers. An evolution in food practices among beneficiaries and community kitchens. Network, yeah, also, you know, you learn to know your farmer, your neighbors, the people who are living close to you. And transferability. Current work on a regional farm framework may benefit all farms and social institution beneficiaries in Wallonie. Some pictures that just to, you know, make it more real. So like you can see, it's quite diversified also in the experience we can offer. For the collective workshops, we are mainly working with vegetable growers. But for the individual experience, we are working with a lot of different farms, more, you know, with animals or cheese productions, or yeah. A little French cartoon that I like is really this win-win situation that everybody's feeling better, actually.
So the floor is open for questions to Annick. If there aren't any, then maybe I will, or not yet. I would have one. What usually happens then to the persons that participated in the collective workshops afterwards?
Positive impact on the people, or?
Yeah, what happens after they took part in this type of workshops? What do they do usually, or do they even sometimes join farms? Do they start working in farms if they're able?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the answer is there is no normal answer because everyone has his own path. But most of the people, for my experience, actually, I see that they start formation, education, new education programs, or not a lot of people really want to work on the farms, but they want to work outside, or so it creates positive impacts, not always ending into a real normal work life, but sometimes they get more implicated in local projects. They just feel better, and so they are in a more positive mindset. but there is no, how can I say, it's not our main project neither. We are not doing this for professional reinsertion. So that's important that the participant knows as well, because they know that they are coming there just to, you know, to have a good time, to feel useful, to feel better, and not because we are waiting, we have any expectation. No, we don't. So
yeah. Annie, can you just stop sharing your screen?
Yes.
And maybe if you have the video, just shortly switch your video on, then we can see you if you want. Another question that came up actually in my mind listening to your presentation was about the farmers, because you also mentioned the impact on the farmers. You exchange with the farmers. Do the different farmers that are involved in this initiative also communicate between themselves? Did this create some kind of dynamism and cooperation between the different farms, or is this still something maybe to, yeah, okay, it's maybe also not the main objective of this project, but
Wait,
you're trying to switch to...
Yeah, it's not working. I don't know what, it's, my computer is a bit bugging, but you still hear me. I don't know if I get the question right. You mean the farmers between each other?
Yes, did this create also some kind of dynamism or exchange between the farmers? Of having been in or participating in this kind of initiative?
Yeah, that's an interesting question that we are not asking ourselves a lot, but in fact, yes, they know that the other one is doing it too, and so it creates kind of appartenance, I don't know in English, that they feel they are part of a group that are adding this social aspect into their farms. It does not create a collaboration, for example, for exchanging the products or stuff like that, but more a sense of being part of something. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Annick.
Do you see the presentation? Yeah. So I'm going to speak a little bit. I'm trying to be short, only 10 minutes. I think that's the time I have to present our Sustainable Food School program, which is related with the sustainability of the meals for the youngest in the schools. So we are near Lisbon, the Portuguese capital, and we are in the coastline, as you can see here in the map. And our territory is divided into 13 small pieces. So this is important that I show this image, because this kind of typology of the division of our territory is what concerns us, the opportunity to work so much directly with our local farmers and local suppliers. So we are about 8,000 inhabitants, and we have an area of about 400 square kilometers. So the Sustainable Food School program, it's like an integrated strategy where we can promote the local economy, the social economy. We take account of the environmental sustainability and especially the quality of the daily meals that we serve into the schools. We are integrated and aligned in the very large quantity of international and national activities. So I put only here some examples. And according to the Sustainable Development Goals, we can reach at the moment 11 of the 17 ones with the implementation of our program. Here I put the ones that we are sharing with the program. So we have a recognition in 2019 from the European Commission as a good practice to help to reach the development goals on the healthy and sustainable food systems category, which give us the great work and the visibility and the force to go on and try to reach more and more great strategies to implement the program in the territory. So here the sustainability is very focused on the environmental, nutritional and social economic. So I will try to focus more on the social economical since the theme of this webinar, because we really work as a network with our social private institutions. I will explain it more at front. So from now we have this reality of about 6,000 meals per day, which is a lot to cook and a lot to guarantee a good quality and fresh and seasonal products. And our program is divided into 4 axes. So the first one is the production, the second is the acquisition, the third one is the cooking, and the fourth one is the consumption and healthy habits. Briefly, because there is a lot to speak about our program, but I'll try to be very briefly here on this presentation. That's why I'm trying to accelerate what I'm saying. So the production mainly reports on and is focused on the promotion of the school vegetable gardens according to the organic farming principles, where we put on the land the plants, the seeds. We try to accompany all the schools in the growing of the gardens, but the school has the main responsibility of taking care and to collect the plants and to do and to work with these final plants for the canteens or for baskets for the families or for the social institutions. So each school has its own reality, and this reality is according with the final destination of the products. So in 2000, I have to actualize here the data. So on the last year, we have about 1,500 students, 300 more than in this 2019 and 2020 school year. And we are increasing the number of schools integrated into the program. We also promote organic farming visits, study visits, where the children and the students have the opportunity to experience and to see with their own eyes what passes on the field. How is the managing of a farm? We are present with the farmers, and we promote several activities, and they put their hands on the land to try to understand more the cycle and the seasonality of the products that we are providing them to the canteens, because these study visits, these farms, are from our local suppliers of the organic food. The acquisition here is very important because this axis here is crucial for the promotion of the circular and economy and for the small food chains, because we divide the products into lots. We have actually in the moments 12 lots division. You can see here some examples from what we have. So we have organic fruits, conventional fruits, organic vegetables, meat, fish, grocery. So all the products are fresh, unless the fish, which is not possible for us to provide into fresh way in the case of our municipal kitchens. But in the case of the rest of the territory, which I will explain it later, we have fresh fish. So the cooking here is for you to understand what I'm saying about the fish. We have about 60,000 meals per day, but this number of meals are divided into two great categories. So the first one is related with the central kitchens of the municipality. We have 2 municipal kitchens, which works as a laboratory. So these 2 municipal kitchens works as an example for the rest of the social institution ones, which provide about 4,300 meals per day. So this number, these meals provided by the private social institutions can approach more and more the local farmers. So all the criteria that we develop into the lots divisions in the case of the municipal central kitchens are focused on the quality, on the seasonality, on the proximity and the freshness of the products. And the parts of the integration of the social institutions promotes the development of the economical and social development of the territory of these 13 regions, that the small territories that I explained in the first slide with the map of our territory. So we are valorizing our territorial development. We are valorizing the people from the villages around the city, and we are also promoting the development of the economical promotion of these local suppliers around these villages. So here is very easy for these institutions to have to buy the fresh meats in front of their doors, and sometimes the fisherman knocks to the door and say, "Hello, this is Thursday, is the day that you can buy my fresh fish," and so they can buy the fresh fish. So it's a very interesting interaction among the territory and among the stakeholders of our territory. So for the creation of the lots which are related to the municipal kitchens, we are integrated into the public procurement. So we have to think, how can we promote the best way possible the capacity of integrate fresh, local, quality, organic, the way of we can environmental have some criteria to be more sustainable. So for example, we buy bulk products in all the categories of the products which are possible. For example, fruits and vegetables are all fresh. We do not buy it they are all with no packages in the case of the fresh lots, because we have a specific lots of some frozen vegetables which are not available into fresh possibilities, but all the fresh products we buy it into with package free. So when we are evaluating the criteria, we promote the freshness and the quality instead of the price. So for us, the price is not the most important part, and we only applicate about 20 or 30% for the price, for the decision of the criteria decision. All the rest, all the quality items that we put on the decision criteria are related with quality, with freshness, and because with fresh products we can decide. So if a product takes only 5 minutes from the place where it's produced for the place where he's consumed, so we are here promoting the proximity because it's fresh. It took too much, too few time to, it's a short time of distribution. So if it is fresh, so it's from the territory. So we are promoting the territorial economy. And here, this point of freshness, in our case, it's simple to implement because we are in a very rural area. We have a lot of agriculture and farming in our territory. But for other our territories in Portugal, for example, maybe the proximity is the country, because some regions are very desert and very far away from agriculture production. It's not our case. So the freshness can be implemented in each city, in each territory. It depends only for the local reality and the definition of which is fresh for them. For us, it's about 30 minutes from distance in the maximum. For the other territories, maybe it can be one or 2 hours. It depends on the local reality. So the freshness is a very important criteria when we speak about the public procurement in case of the acquisition of the food for the canteens. So the cooking is, of course, very concerned. It's a very concern from our team. So we are a team with 3 people in terms of technical staff, and then we have about 20 cookers in our two municipal canteens. And the cookers are, of course, the base of all these projects. So they are the base for everything can be okay. So there is a direct and constant contact with these cookers for we to define what's the best way to work with the quality process and the quality meals. So I have 2 more colleagues. One is a nutritionist, which is the responsible to organize the menus and all the data sheets about the values and the quantities that we have to cook daily. So we cannot have waste, the food waste, reduce the food waste, and do not have food waste on the cooking part. We only have food waste on the eating, in the consumption part when the children are eating. But here, because we have specific quantities according to the number of meals that we are cooking today, we do not have any kind of food waste in terms of cooking in the kitchens. We also have an adaptation of the menus according to the seasonal of the vegetables and the fruits. When we introduced the organic food in 2019, so we have to make a strategy and work directly with our farmers and with our local farmers to create a planned production according to the needs that we have in the kitchen, and for they to understand what do we need weekly and monthly. So they produce according to our needs, so that we can, the best way possible, to guarantee that all week we have always organic fruits and vegetables. So the fruits are, of course, seasonal, but the vegetables, instead they are seasonal. It's more difficult to adequate because we have to plan it on the right quantities. So this is another improvement that we have to do in the program. So try to calculate the quantities and integrate it into the planned production of the farmers. So related with the consumption, so we have a lot of parallel programs according to the theme of the seasonal and quality meals and healthy meals. And so we promote show cookings. We have a lot of activities related with the promotion of the physical activity. And we also promote a lot of awareness actions into the schools. So now we are in October, and October it's the month where we dedicate it to the foods on the schools. So we have several activities in the schools in this month, because we are celebrating the 16th October of the World Food Day in 16 October. So another very important program that we have here is the Lunch with Me in My Birthday, where we invite the parents to go to the school canteens to taste and prove and lunch with their children in this day, so they can be able to evaluate and to know what we are making on the canteens, and to approach the families to the schools, and for approach to the schools and approach them to the needs, and for the sensibilization of for us to try to sensibilize the families for the high importance of to eat healthy and sustainable food. So we also have the promotion of school fruits and vegetables and school milk, according to the European program of the promotion of this. It's free for the children and for the parents, and I think I'm not forgetting anything. And so just to conclude, so we have divided our program into 3 main themes of impacts. So the environmental, nutritional, and the social economical. So the social economical, the major impact that we understand we are creating is the job creation and the development of the local economy, promoting the employability of the inhabitants of the countries in the municipalities. So about the nutritionals, as I explained, seasonal cultural menus, increasing the quantity of organic products, and the environmental, for us, it's very important that we are increasing the number of organic school gardens, and also we are promoting the agri-food for chains by purchasing to local products and suppliers, by promoting the freshness criteria, and by promoting the bulk products without package related with the delivery of the products into our canteens. So we want to extend all this program and all these goals that we have, that we are implementing into our laboratorial kitchens to all the schools of the territory. So we are now working with our private social institutions to try to reach more organic farmers into their small villages, so that they can be in the future to be providing also organic into the schools of the villages around the city. So based on our reality in the municipal kitchens. We want also, it's very important for us to reduce the food waste after the consumption, after the meal time. So we are implementing a good practice that we learned when we were involved into the biocanteens projects of URBACT program with our colleagues of France of Montsartou, where they could reach the reduction of about 80% of food waste after meal, when the children started to separate this the food waste after meals in the canteens. So we are also working on it. So to conclude, this system depends on the strategical vision and political commitment of the municipal executives. So this is something that it was political decided. So if we do not have this political vision, we cannot we couldn't implement this strategical work into our territory. So it's very important more and more that the municipal executive of the cities can understand the importance for this team, and of course this reflects on a more investment of the municipal budget for the canteens. But we are here promoting the healthy habits for the future generations. So we are educating and promoting the literacy of the food and the agricultural knowledge to the youngest ones. By introducing organics and fruits, we have to adaptate the menus, as I explained it before, and we are trying to promote more and more the seasonal menus in our general canteens. So this is a picture from some members of our school, of our kitchens. And thank you very much. I have here my contact in case you need to ask anything specifically. Thank you very much for this time. I hope that I haven't passed my time. I don't know.
It's fine, Paula. Thank you very much to you. Questions, comments? There's one from Pedro, who asks in the chat, does the municipality central canteens provide meals for the municipality workers as well, or are they exclusively supplying schools population?
I'm trying to see the chat, but I'm not able. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
So he asks whether the municipality central canteens provide meals also for municipality workers, or if those canteens you described, the kitchens, just provide meals to schools.
Only for the schools, yes. We only, of course, that the school staff, it's able to pay their meal and to lunch in the school. So the teachers and all the people from the staff of the school, they can be able to eat it if they pay, of course, a specific price for adults meal. And the only opportunity that we have for adults to lunch at the school, beside these staff people, is that the parents on the lunch day, on the birthday lunch of their children, where they are invited to go to the schools, to taste the food, to understand the work that we are doing. And this is a way that we can approach the families to the schools and to make them understand the importance of the good healthy habits that we are promoting into the canteens.
I have one question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Paula, thank you very much for your presentation. I would like to better understand, how do you address the public procurement? What kind of contracts do you make with the suppliers of the products?
So as I was trying to explain, it's a very complex program to explain in a very, very short time. But so we have two realities. To be more specific, we have three realities. I only presented two, which is more focused in this theme of the webinar. I was not focused here. The theme was not the public procurement. If it was, I was explaining it more focusedly, the public procurement. But we have three realities. We have the two municipal kitchens, which is a direct management of the acquisition of the food, and then the second one we delegate to our public authorities of these 12 regions of the territory, the managing of the meals for their own villages, and they contract with the social institutions this part to cook and distribute the food to that specific schools. And then we have the third scenario, which is, since the last school year, we have we are now responsible for manage all the school meals for all I'm not remembering now the term in English, for all the students of the territory. So in the beginning we only have kindergartens and the primary schools. Now we have all the ages of the school years. So we have since 3 to 17 children and students, 17 years old, so from 3 years old to 17. And for this last, third scenario, we have the need in this first time, in this beginning time, to contract a catering company for only 4 schools, because we have 6 schools integrated in these ages from 10 to 17 years old. But the vision and the strategical political commitment is for in the space of maybe 2 or 3 years, all the schools are integrated into the direct management. So in the case of the specific direct management, where we are cooking for the schools in the city according to our 2 municipal kitchens, we have to respond to the public procurement. And so here we divided the products into lots. So we have a lot for organic vegetables, another for organic fruits, another for conventional fruits, conventional vegetables, eggs, grocery, meat, fish, and there are 12. So each of these lots have a specific criteria that we want to applicate according to what we want to buy. Of course, we cannot choose who is going to respond, but if we limited the criteria, so we give 10 points if the product takes a distance from the place where he is produced for the place where it is delivered. If this distance time is from 6 to 10 minutes, we punctuate it into 10 points, for example. If it is a longer time, we punctuate it only with 5 minutes. So the freshness, since we cannot be able in the public procurement law to punctuate the distance, we are punctuating the time. So it's surely the same thing, but it's the way that we can work on it. So we are punctuating the time. And of course, with this, we are promoting a lower environmental footprint, because we are promoting short distances and short needs of the fuel waste that for the transportation. And we are always we have another, for example, in the case of the organic, for the case of the fresh of vegetables and fruits, we only there is a mandatory condition in the criteria. So people which is selling us vegetables or fruits, he must be obligatory an agriculture, a producer. So he can buy from others and sell to us, okay? Because sometimes they do not have the enough quantity that we need, because we have a need of very meals per day that we cook in our municipal kitchens. We are speaking about 1,700 meals per day. But this supplier must be obligatory a farmer, okay? He can sell us from other farmers, but he obligatory must be a farmer. So we put some criteria, and each lot have its own specific criteria, but we take points to this specific criteria, and the price is the lower average that the lower percentage that we point. So for you to understand, all these criteria that I'm speaking is in the group of the quality, and the group of the quality values about I think values 70%. The price only values 30%. So the quality is more important for us. But of course, this is only possible because we have this political decision, this political strategy, and we have, because of it, a very increasing budget of the municipal budget directed for the canteens. So it's a strategical vision, it's a financial vision for it.
Thank you, Paula. There's still another question, I think, by Luigi, who would like to know whether parents are involved in the whole initiative as well. You mentioned the lunches during birthdays, but are parents involved still in another way? A short answer, because we have still another speaker. Thank you.
Yes, sometimes into the school gardens. So there is an increasing will of the parents to be involved into the school gardens, which is great because we had a lot of schools, and for us it's not possible to be present in the very constant campaigning of the gardens. So some schools already have the will of the parents to be involved on it. We all also want to involve the parents into the consciousness of the preparation of the lunches. So the small lunches of the morning and of the afternoon are for the responsibility of the parents. So we try to do some awareness actions and promoting some videos to try to sensitize the parents for the importance of the healthy small lunches between in the period of the morning and of the afternoon.
Thank you, Paula, for sharing information on a very complex initiative that also needs, as you said, a lot of political will.
Yes.
And
yes.
also quite some investment by public administration.
Yes.
Yeah, very surprising also what is possible in terms of administration, in terms of public procurement. It's not always easy. I know from exchanges with other
yes.
public authorities to have these practices of division into lots, to follow all this in such a very, very consequent manner. So thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you for the invitation once again. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Helmut. Thanks very much, everyone, to welcome me today. So I'm not the director of the Public Center for Social Welfare of Oderghem, but I'm the director of social action. So a section of the PCSW. As Helmut said, we are the mission of the Public Center are defined in the law, so we address various kind of problems, and we have various kind of help and financial support to people in needs, and one of our action is concentrated on the food, and that people get access to food. In this regard, we can not do everything on our own, and we rely on various partners, private partners, and private, I mean, in this case, the Red Cross Belgium and the section, the local section of the Red Cross Belgium, so the local section in Oderghem of the Red Cross that opened yes, a social shop in our municipality that provides food in bulk and bio food in the when it's possible, and it's not always possible, I think. I cannot explain you how it goes in details. What I know for the part of provide which how does the organization, the social shop, where sorry, where goes the social shop for food, their contracts or their agreement with great distribution as Carrefour, Deleuze, Colruyt, or so on. I'm not exactly know which are the agreement and which are the big partner with whom they're working with, but their agreement. There are also agreement with the food, the European program food, the FEAD. Yes, that's for the support, the providers and support part of the social grocery. That this is the good terminology, social grocery. What do we do as a PCSW, as a Public Center for Social Welfare? We address people to the social grocery. So we have an agreement with the social grocery that some people can come to the social grocery, and for those people we will finance a part of their cost of what they purchase on the social grocery, and we finance the half of 50% of what they get to the social grocery with amount. With a maximum amount defined based on the family. So for 2 persons, we finance the maximum amount is less than for 3 people, 4 people, and 5 people. So you understand what is behind. More people cost more than and so on. So that's it. And how do we address the people? We do a social survey so as to see, yes, if the people are really in need, they cannot afford for their for something, and so we conclude that those persons are in need, and so that's why we address them. We convey them to the social grocery, and we pay then the 50% for them. That's it for. I mean, it's a short explanation. I have another idea or another way that is addressed by some PCSW in Brussels to get sure that people in need get to local food and bio, local and short circuit food and other. Some of my colleagues in other public center for social welfare are studying the way to support people in need to become member of cooperatives, consumer cooperative like Biscoop. Maybe you have heard of Biscoop, some of you in Brussels. It's a consumer cooperative where the cooperator are people like you and me, working in a PCSW, in a federation, or in whatever of networking. And as a member of the cooperative, they dedicate 4 hour amounts to let the cooperative run. So they're working in the grocery or the supermarket as a cashier, as cashier, as people that fill the tracks or whatever. So there is as volunteers they're investing 4 hours, and then they can as a consumer, as a client, they can make their shopping there in the cooperative. And so I will not explain you all the legal problem that can arise for people in needs or for people depending of public center for social welfare, but there are lots of problems, and so some of my colleagues are studying the way to support those people to become member of a cooperative without compromising their right to social integration revenue. And so that's another way explored by colleagues of other public social welfare, public center for social welfare, to address the problem or the objective that people in need, people with integration revenue, can get access to bulk bio foods and other products. I don't know if you have some question. I will try to answer it the best I can. I'm not so. I'm new in my function of director of social action here in the PCSW of other games. So I have not every answers, but I can get them after and share them afterwards.
Thanks a lot, Sebastian. Just for those, I wrote it in the chat, but for those who were present for the last webinar, but also for all others, we had the occasion to listen to the experience of Supercoop Hamburg, who follows a bit the similar concept as B-Scope. But thank you, Sebastian, for mentioning this. If I can still add and ask you just for confirmation regarding the social grocery shop in Ouderghem, another important pillar of it, and it's economic, maybe sustainability, is that it is based actually on volunteer.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. So as an economic model, they rely on support from our PCSW. They rely on volunteer. They rely on yes, the food and other products that are given for free from external partners, and they rely on the payment of the client that pay also for what they buy. So it's a mixed public-private partnership, and the private is actually an association, the Red Cross, and so yes, it's a mixed blended financial economic model.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. You also raised a very important point regarding participation in cooperatives, and what this might mean for the moment, which kind of obstacles exist in Belgium. I don't know, probably also elsewhere, regarding, for example, the classic around integration revenues or social benefits in general.
It's complicated, but on the one hand, you have for the people under the people in unemployed with unemployment benefits, they cannot work, and as a member of the cooperative, you have to dedicate some hours of your week to run the cooperatives. So it's volunteer work, but you have the unemployment office has to give you a kind of exception that you can do that kind of work. So, and for the beneficiary of the integration revenue, it's the same. It's less a problem, but the problem is is at the level of the financing of the cooperative, the cooperative parts, the parts. So you to become member of the cooperative, you have to pay the 50 euro or 200 euro depending, but that kind of cost is sometimes too much for cooperative, for people beneficiary of this the integration revenue. That's on the one hand, and on the second hand, the price of the products are still higher than the price of product in shop like an Aldi or a Lidl, or also supermarket with real with price that are far below, and so they are looking for ways to make that the beneficiary of integration revenue can get a discount in the cooperative. And yeah, the ways of getting that discount can be working more as the other members, but then you have inequity within members, or you have other ways. So that are the problems or the question raised by that kind of membership in cooperative for beneficiary of the social integration revenue. Short.
Thank you, Sebastian. There's a question from Marion. Do you provide any other support besides financial and link with the cooperatives to the beneficiaries regarding issues they might face, so handling budget, food expenses?
At our level in the Public Center for Social Welfare, we try, the social assistant, the social worker, do not have enough time to get that far with the people. We try to do our best, and I know that some social workers do that kind of support, but it's not possible for everyone and for everyone. But we in some case there are partnership with local organization, local association that provide that kind of workshop or lecture or yes, accompaniment, and so it's happened that we have a partnership with an organization that will address that kind of question in a workshop for various people, for various beneficiaries.
Merci, Sebastian. Any other questions or comments? No, that's not the case, but I think this is another topic worth to deepen in our discussions, in our also future exchange and the workshop. Yeah, we will have on the 9th of November and another webinar where you're also all very much welcome on the 13th of December. So thanks a lot to all the speakers. I think yeah, you raised really important topics, important aspects, yeah, from the concept of organic, meaning also organic in terms of yeah, social cohesion, culture, in terms of fight against discrimination, against yeah, very dark practices like that of mafia, then yeah, new use of land, different kind of land use and cooperation between different actors, between farmers and yeah, different organizations promoting social cohesion and yeah, supporting persons in difficulties. also ill persons, persons in other kind of precarious situations. Yeah, and then also the issues or interesting points raised by Paula with possibilities, what is possible actually in terms of procurement as well, in creating real local circuits, so short circuits. Thank you very much. As I said, we will further work on it. We will send you all the presentations of today and also some links, like the link to the video Anik wanted to show you. I hope I didn't forget anything. Anaisa, thanks a lot to the interpreters. And yeah, Anaisa, would you like to?
Yes, well, sorry. Well, it was very interesting. We have certainly a lot to keep thinking about it under SOECLOSE, but I think it was very interesting, and in the name of SOECLOSE, also to thank you all for your participation, and hope to see you soon in the last webinar, of course. And thank you to REVES for this great organization. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you soon.